Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for you guys today, I'm going to be showing you how I got this really pretty, like springy, I'm going to call it like a springy time look, with affordable products. As, I don't know how to put this. I'm not a makeup artist, okay? I am not a makeup artist in any way, shape, or form. I just do makeup for me and for anybody else who wants to learn like basic person makeup. But I love makeup. I have loved it since I was a little kid. I can remember taking my mom. Listen, my mom and I were talking about this the other day, and how she, if I wanted her makeup bag, I would find it, okay? The one time, and she never made it easy. She would always know it was me going into it, but she never called me on it as a kid, and she would hide it. She would never make it easy for me. I can remember I wanted makeup so badly. I can remember grabbing a chair so I could get to the lock on her door, unlocking the door, and then the one time I went hunting under her bed, because it wasn't any of the usual places. It was under her bed in one of her boots, like her boots that were like really wide so she could shove her whole makeup bag in it. And then I would sit there and like I would play with her pigments and everything. And I can remember sitting on my brother and painting his face with everything, like just taking my finger and rubbing makeup all over him. But when I got to be older and I went shopping for makeup for the first time, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was out there. I didn't know what was affordable and stuff. And so I kind of just want to be a source of, you know, products that are out there, because I do still go look at makeup pretty avidly. I'm trying not to buy as much of it because I already have so much, but like I want to be a source for people. This is a really long intro. Basically, I want to show you guys what's out there, what's affordable and what's good, because not everything that is affordable is good, just like not everything that is expensive is good. But I want to show you the good stuff that is affordable that I think you all would like. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please do not forget to subscribe. Please do not forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I'd very much greatly appreciate it. And yeah, with that being said, let's get started. But I skipped the whole week for uploading because I was so tired. I was so out of it that like I couldn't be bothered. But anyway, we're going to be using the Revolution Pore Blur Primer. I used this in my last video. Unfortunately, sorry, I think I might have said unfortunately. Fortunately, it hasn't broke me out yet, which makes me think I'm just allergic to something that's in Benefit. Professional uses this is a dupe in texture and in feeling. It feels exactly like Benefit's Professional, and this is a heck of a lot cheaper and you get more of it for the thing. But I think it's only like $8 at Target. So let's rub that into our nose. You guys know, normally I go for like a hydrating primer and stuff, but I don't really have any that are super affordable. I have a ColourPop one, but that is, I think it's like $12 or $16, so it's not super affordable. I'm sorry, things that are affordable are, I might come to iShop House. iShop House, I think if it's less than $20, it falls into the category of being affordable. Maybe not like cheap, like it's not cheap or anything, but it is affordable compared to like any VH palette that's $42 or $49. You know, it's comparatively affordable. Alright, so here's that. And then for foundation, I have the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade F3 and F4. I'm hoping that like somewhere in between will be my shade match. These are $12 a piece, so again, they're not cheap, but they're not crazy expensive either. Like this is cheaper than the ColourPop foundation that I like. I'm just gonna kind of put this everywhere a little bit. I hate the applicator because this is like a little bit too dark and too pink for me. The shade, well, it's not really too dark. It's almost the same shade as my face, but it is definitely too pink for me. And then I'm going to go in with F3, which is a more yellow undertone and a lot lighter. So hopefully this will all even out a little bit. I really hate the applicator on this. Get off my black shirt, dummy. I don't know if makeup stains on my clothes. I don't want any more. No. Anyway, it's on now. It'll have to wash off. And my sponsor today is from Elf. These are $3, so these are really affordable. Gateway Studio is still more affordable, and if you get the 6-packs, those are about $1.35 a piece, I think. When you like the sponges individually are $1.55, and when you buy them in the 6-pack, it comes out to be about $1, either $35 or $1.45, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So there's that, and that is actually, those two shades mixed together is actually like a really good combo on me. And that primer, I mean, like, my skin looks really smooth, which I like. Now I need to find my concealer, which right here. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is my favorite other than the ColourPop Pretty Fresh, but this one is more affordable. I think the ColourPop one is $12. This one is $8. Take that for what you will. There, I'm going to put some on my nose, just like the usual places I put it to blend it out. There. And then I'm actually going to put, I don't normally put it here, but I'm going to drag some down this side of my nose too, to help just like brighten everywhere, because my complexion is a lot more dull. So I'm going to start blending. And then also just remember that your sponge is going to absorb some of the product, not a lot, but the sponge is a sponge that absorbs things. You know, sorry, it sounds like it, but whatever. Blend that in. So there's that. And then my favorite drugstore powder, I'm actually out of the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder, is my favorite, but my second favorite one, it's my face. My second favorite one is the Milani, share my eye. Is the Milani Prep Satin Glow one. Oh my god, my eye. It's the Milani Prep Satin Glow powder, and I have it pretty decent painless. You guys can tell if you like it. I'm just gonna take my sponge and like right on the inside of it, and then set under my eye with it. I like how a sponge sets my concealer underneath my eye. Like that, and then I'm just gonna take a big powder brush like this one and start tapping the powder on all over the rest of my face. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately, and like a lot of them have been 2016 makeup versus now makeup, and I think my particular makeup style falls somewhere right in the middle of 2016 style makeup and 2021, because I do love the cake face. Like, I love this, but I like the finish and blendability and like light coverageness of sheer hydrating, more glowy products. Like, I don't love a full coverage foundation anymore. I like it, obviously I'm wearing it, but it's not my favorite thing anymore. I remember 2016, I didn't know what foundation was. Like, I've always worn makeup, but I didn't really get the base products, like base complexion products, really. Actually, you know what? I might have been wearing the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and I hate that shit. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, so for eyes, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette called Call Me Sunshine. It's new. It is $5 at Walmart, so it is very, very affordable. I'm not always like the biggest fan of Wet n Wild's eyeshadow palette formula. I haven't ever tried this one, so maybe this will be good. But also I think Wet n Wild is one of the, I think the only reason that they're still a brand is because of the fact that they are the most affordable thing at the drugstore. Like, Wet n Wild, I think everything is $10 or less. Everything. They don't have anything at like Walmart, Ulta, anywhere for more than $10. It just doesn't exist unless you go on their website. And even that is only like $15 or something, or it's a mega palette or something. So it's not very expensive. But for eye prep, I did use the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. I just used the lightest shade one. You don't necessarily have to use a, an eye primer if you don't want to, or if it's a step of something that, you know, maybe it's like, I mean, the e.l.f. Putty one is $5. Maybe that's $5 you don't have and you'd rather get something else. You can use your concealer to do it. It just will not be as foolproof as what a primer makes it. Because a primer stops the oil from coming through, whereas concealer does not. But yeah, so there's that. And what I'm going to use for, I already showed you this, but this is the palette we're using. And like I said, I've never tried this one before, but for $5, it can't be that bad. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and do that in my crease. I might, no. I'm just gonna do one eye on camera, I think. That's actually pigmented. That's a good transition shade for me. I can kind of smell my mom's perfume upstairs. That's actually, I mean, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see, but that's actually really pigmented. And Wet n Wild's eyeshadows are not normally that pink, okay? Alright, Wet n Wild, you're gonna make me bite my tongue. I'm gonna go in with the shade right here to just kind of deepen that up a little bit. You guys know how it goes with me. I like to build up the depth. The problem with doing everything on my left side is I cannot see what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna take, let's just take the darkest shade, this one. I'm just using the exact same brush I've been using. And just tap that on my outer corner and like just not adding any more product to it, but like kind of just blend that ever so slightly into the crease. We're not going to take it like all the way over, but we do want to add a little depth. I like depth, and you know what? You can't go wrong with a nude smoky eye. I'm sorry, I know that they're boring to everybody, but you literally can't go wrong with them. You can't, it's impossible. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this gold shade right here. It's a gold sparkly shade. And I'm just going to use my finger and pat that on. That is really smooth. Okay. Wet n Wild has changed their formula since the last time I used their eyeshadows, because let me tell you, they were never this pigmented or this smooth. This is really nice. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do my other eye off camera, and then I might add an eyeliner and do my brows too, but I'll be right back. Okay, sorry for like the weird shadow that's right here. It's from my mirror, and then also the fact that like my camera is right in front of me. It just casts a shadow. I apologize. Excuse me. So what I did for my eyes is I did put on a brown eyeliner by Milani. I think other than ColourPop, they make the best eyeliners. Theirs are my favorite, like, kohl liner. ColourPop makes really good gel liners. I put on my Fat Lash mascara, which is from AOA Studio. It's $1 on their website. Between that and the sponge, you would, I mean, if you get a couple other things, you'd have free shipping. And then my eyebrows are my Milani pencil as well. That's like roughly $9 at Walmart, and it is, I love that brow pencil. It's like, it was my first slim brow pencil that I ever had, and I really loved it. It's really good. I mean, do you see? It like, it gives hair like strokes. It fills them in really nicely without being difficult to use. Now, for the rest of the face, let's get into it. The next product I want to use, I've never tried this particular face duo before, but in general, e.l.f. has these palettes. They're like face palettes called the Bite Size Face Duos, and this one is like a bronzer and a highlight. However, that is a very deep highlight for my pale butt, but you could use that as like a darker eyeshadow if you wanted. But I'm going to use the bronzer that's in this one. This one's the Coconut Duo. Oh, that's a shimmery bronzer too. Okay. I don't really contour anymore. I used to quite frequently. I'm just going to take this angled brush. I used to contour a lot, and I just found I didn't really like how it looked on me, so I just bronze. Now, that is not very, god dang it, stupid hair. Okay. I mean, that's like a good bronzer. It's not my favorite. I might go over this with another one just to get the glow that I am seeking. This is always harder to do with my left or on my left side than it is on my right. I'm just gonna like kind of brush that over my nose too to like slightly contour it. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad bronzer. Put too much on this side because I can't see what I'm doing. There, good enough. Okay, I'm just gonna take, so this one's, it's not bad. I wouldn't necessarily go for it because it has a highlighter that's too deep, but it's out there if you guys want to use it. I'm gonna show you another one that is only $5 or $6 at most, I believe. This one's from Beauty Bay. It's the shade Beach. Shit. And it looks like this. So it's a very similar tone and everything. I'm just going to take like a big fluffy brush and bronze. I love bronzer because it sculpts your face without adding like gray to it, which is what you kind of want. I mean, you want a cooler toned shadow if you're gonna contour, but contouring looks bad on me. I cannot do it right, so it looks bad on me. And I just kind of run this all over. And then to add like a glow, I'm gonna go in with this Revolution one. This is the Bronzer Reloaded in Holiday Romance. There is almost no actual bronzing action that's going to happen. This is just gonna add a glow to the areas that I want to have like a shimmery, bronzy glow. It's gonna add like a nice luminosity to it. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I like to. Especially since I know we're gonna go into the shimmery blush, which is the next step and is my favorite other than highlighter. Okay, so blush, 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 blush. I'm gonna take like this flimsy blush brush here. It's really flimsy. And I'm gonna go into the blush called Sunset. You know what? Let me see. Do I have a different one? I've got like a whole bunch. Most of my blushes are drugstore ones. I have a lot of Milani ones because they make my favorite. But Sunset Serenita. Do I have? Let's use a flower. Let's use Romantic Rose. Or nope, this one's Tea Rose. I'm gonna use the Tea Rose blush from Milani. This is like a nice pale blush, and I just kind of sweep it right above where I put the bronzer, and it just adds like a nice nudie kind of flush to the face. and just a bit on my nose. I think drugstore blush formula, hands down, goes to Milani. Milani's got so many different formulas of blushes, so many different types of blushes. Like, they have those ones, they have the baked blushes, they have cream blushes, they just have so many that are all so good. I will say they are a little bit more expensive for, like, drugstore, but they are so good, and they are still, like, affordable, and I love them. I love them so, so much. I would not keep talking about them if I didn't love them. Next, highlighter. This is my other favorite part of doing my makeup. I'm going to be using the ColourPop highlighter in You're a Trip. Looks like this. There you guys are. This mirror is disgusting, but oh my goodness. Okay, I love doing highlighter. I'm going to take my AOA Studio brush. It's an F something or other. And I'm going to go in to this, and then I think ColourPop makes some of the best affordable highlighters. I mean, do you see that? But other brands that make good ones too are e.l.f. e.l.f. is really known for their highlighters. Wet n Wild makes really good highlighters. Milani again makes really good highlighters. Maybelline has like their Master Chrome one that they're literally known for. And now we are glowing to the gods. Alright, I am so happy. The next thing is lips, and I think lip products that are the most affordable, okay, and that you can get exceedingly cheap, but are also, like, hands down, they are a luxury experience on your mouth, is definitely where ColourPop shines. ColourPop, like I said, is a more expensive brand. Like, for being an affordable brand, they're, like, more kind of I don't know. They're affordable, but they're not, like, cheap affordable. They are more of, like, I mean, each of these is, like, $8, so. But I'm going to be using the ColourPop lip liner in the shade Bumble. I need to sharpen this. So I put on the lip liner. You could stop right here and be done. I want to do more. So I'm going to take the lipstick in Bloom to Bloom, which looks like this. It's more of like a nudie pink color. And I'm just going to put that kind of towards the center of my lips to create like an ombre effect, kind of. This isn't really light enough to do that, but it will give that type of an effect for the most part. And again, you could stop here. You could be done. This is a really lovely look as it is. But also, part of the thing that I like about like today's makeup is the glossy lips. So I'm going to be taking the Luxe gloss in the shade Lust. And, ooh, I love that noise. Why is there a lipstick on my chin? I don't know. Kind of just put that in the center. And then you have really juicy, really luscious, really glossy lips. And I love this. This is like my ideal type of makeup. A smoky eye, a nude smoky eye, bronze cheeks with some blush and highlight, and then glossy lips. This is like my ideal type of face. This is kind of what I like to stick to. To finish off the look, this is my favorite setting spray. And this is the most expensive product I'm going to show you guys today. This is the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. This will give you a glow no matter how matte you are. I have not found a glowy setting spray that I like better than that one. You don't have to do that, but I like to, so I showed it to you guys. But you don't have to do that. Anyway, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do not forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. The whole reason I'm doing more of these drugstore videos is because when I was a kid, okay, I always played with my mom's makeup. My mom's makeup was always like Avon, Mary Kay. She had a lot of Bare Minerals, that kind of stuff. That was the makeup that I grew up playing with. And then when I went shopping for makeup the first time, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was out there. I didn't know what products went with what and stuff. And so, like, I'm not a makeup artist, but I've been an avid makeup consumer for the last 5 years. And before that, I always played with makeup. And my friend Tiffany is the one that helped me figure out how to do everything other than YouTube. And so I want to be everybody else's version of Tiffany. If you guys see this video, you know, I hope it helps. These are some of my favorite products. I have so many, like, I could do this video 20 million times over and maybe only repeat a few products. Like, I'd use the same brands, but repeat a few of the products. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye. I always forget to look here instead of here, because, like, right here, this is in front of me, but the camera is right here. But anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy. See you later.